How would you say the importance of mental health in your sport?
Mental health in big competition, not just in my sport, but when it comes to big competitions like Olympic Games, World Championships, like Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, it is all the mental aspect that matters. Like we should be having the right proper mindset and right proper mind frame, so that we are able to execute that jump when it matters. Yesterday, Ansi Sojan did her personal best in the long jump event.
And Shaili was not.
Shaili was definitely in the medal contention. She was taking her far behind the board. She was obviously in the medal contention, and the pressure also do affect a lot. So I won't. But those two are like very young athletes, and they have a big bright future in front of them. So it's all about gaining experiences in this competition. That will make you mentally more tougher when it goes to high quality competitions like the Olympic Games or the World Championship. So now Shaili has got experience of the World Championship also. So that would also help her for next year's Paris Olympic Games. And also like I competed in Tokyo Olympics. I got great experience knowing how the competition system works there, like competing with the top athletes. So this has been a very good experience. So that mental aspect, like when it comes to like high quality tournaments, the 90% thing is done here only. So we have to be very strong up here. We don't need to think too much, not to complicate too much. Like at World Championship, I think I did think a bit too much on my technique and my rhythm in order to execute a very big jump, and probably I like stressed too much, and my muscles got stiffened up and I couldn't execute the jumps properly. So that's what happened. So here my main intention was to just run freely, just do the takeoff and finish off the season with a banger. So that's what I always I tried this for this competition, and it worked quite good.
So the last day when I spoke to you off the record, you were telling that before a competition you don't be on the phone much. So how do you get into the zone, in your mental zone, before a high intensity competition like that? What else do you do to gain your focus on the tournament?
Like I always try to make sure that I box out from the external factors. Like I do use social media, but I don't respond to calls or anything. Like I limit my interaction with people, like just to focus, just to have a mindset. And the only phone call I attended is from my mom. Like for the last 2 days of the competition, the only calls I attend is from my mom and my sister. No one apart from that. So I just called them, and my family also. So I just called them, have some time with them, and my dad is always there with me.
Yeah.
So that's how, like, you have to box out from a lot of things. Like you have to have that strong mindset, like strong focus. That doesn't mean that you have to be like thinking about the competition every time. You have to be free mentally also, but at the same time you have to box out the external factors too.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned about boxing out from the main focus, so do you have a hobby also? Because we do have hobbies to actually outside our daily job to keep our mind fresh. So do you have something like that?
I do listen to music, I do read a lot, so that's how I keep myself engaged during other times. And I'm not a movie buff, but sometimes if I get to find some good movies, then I do watch it. But mainly it's music, and I read books, that's it.
Oh, fantastic. And with the integration of sports science and psychologists and mental conditioning coaches, how have it helped the athletes enhance their performance?
Now with the sports science and scientific aspect developing so much, we could see the results evident, and also the planning has been done quite great by the stakeholders. Our Athletics Federation of India, Sports Authority of India, they have done incredible job planning out things for the athletes, because athletics is one such sport where the competition is so high everywhere. And when it comes to like global stage like Olympic Games and World Championship, winning a medal in athletics is not an easy job, because it's a sport where all the countries have equal involvement and equal participation, like football. So it's a kind of tough sport which requires a lot of planning, lot of groundwork has to be done, and our people like our federation, our Sports Authority of India, and everyone have been doing quite great in the past couple of years with a long-term goal in the mind, like Paris Olympics and 28 LA Olympics. So a lot of investments have to be made in that with respect to sports science, with respect to developing young athletes, grassroots level programs, and in order to curb out the doping menaces, overage menaces, cleaning out sport is also another challenge. So with all these things, we have been doing quite a good job recently, and we can't expect a result like tomorrow or day after. It's a process. It will take some time, and I'm sure that next year for the Paris Olympics, and also in fact for the LA Olympics, I think things should be really good.
Fantastic. And at the start of the interview, only you said that athletics, this high intensity sports is as much mental as physical. So, for your mental health, what do you do?
For my mental health, I would say like every day, every morning, I used to meditate for like 10 minutes with integrating the breathing effects, like breathing techniques and everything. That helps me to get that like concentration and focus when I'm standing on the approach and taking the jump. So that whatever noise, because when you jump in a fully packed crowd, like 80,000 people watched us compete at the Asian Games. The crowd here was insane. So there are events that are happening. The crowd will be cheering us, chanting our names, and there will be commentary. So while jumping, we have to make sure that we kind of zone out from all those things, and we have the right mindset to just execute the jump. So for that, the breathing works, the breath works. The meditation, the concentration things, that's all very important. And also it's very important that we don't take the stress and pressure of the competition too much in our head. We have to be like very cool and relaxed, have a very, how do you say, like a happy atmosphere around us, like a very sad, like a, how do you call it, like we don't have to feel that pressure of the competition. Instead of feeling the pressure in the negative way, it's always healthy to feel that in a positive way. Some pressure is obviously required. It's not that we should box out from all the pressure. Some sort of pressure is always required, because positive pressure helps us in the right direction. So for that, yeah, some sort of pressure will obviously be there, and negative things we have to zone out. That's it.
Absolutely. And last few questions, you mentioned about your parents and your sister also. So you come from a athletics family. So
Yeah.
all of them have been in athletics. So does that also help?
Sure, like my parents understand like what it takes to win a major championship medal or a global medal. So the preparations has been done ever since I was a kid. Like I never used to compete in so many competitions when I was a kid. The training, which my dad has been training me ever since I was a kid. So it was only after I finished school he started giving me the kind of professional training, which needs to be done like an athlete competing in an elite stage. And before that, it was just the fundamentals. I was doing all the fundamental drills. Like what my dad focuses only on the fundamental aspects of training more. Like we do a lot of drills, like how a beginner used to do. Like we still do a lot of things, like how an athlete who has just joined an athletic academy would do. Like that's like the ABC, the foundation of athletics. We used to do that thing a lot. And my dad really focused upon building up the fundamentals, like how much ever like high intensity competitions or anything which we go, he always focused on the fundamental aspects. So he understands like the process of building an athlete. There shouldn't be any hurry, because athletics is, as I said, is one sport which requires a lot of time and patience.
Absolutely.
So building up an athlete is always a very difficult task which requires a lot of patience, and we have to trust in the process.
Absolutely. So what's next for Sreeshankar?
Now it's time to get some break, have some fun, have some junk food just for 1 month, and in between that I have to fix all the niggles and injuries I have, get the rehab and conditioning done, and we are going to the bigger picture, that is Paris Olympic Games.
So how are you preparing for that?
So I'll be starting my training from November. I have got like 1 month off, complete off from training. No training, just relax, have some fun. We'll be spending some time with my family. So post that, from first week of November, I'll be starting my training.
Okay. So final question on the Asian Games. Who are you looking forward to? नीरज भाई से बात हुआ?
हाँ, नीरज भैया को मिला था. Like when we were going for the finals, he came to the first gathering point to meet myself and Justin. He wished us all the best, and he has like full faith and confidence in all of us, like youngsters like us. And as developing athletes, we always look up to Neeraj Bhai as our role model and our inspiration. So him coming to us before the finals was a very big confidence booster for us.
Thank you, Sreeshankar. It was lovely talking to you, and hope to meet you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.